Very good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to learn a artificial kidney dialysis membrane. So here, you are going to learn a artificial kidney dialysis membrane. So the diagram you are seeing, that is a schematic diagram of a typical dialyzer. Here the unclean blood is taken from artery, which is given to the paralystic pump. That is after that it is given to the dialyzer chamber. So this dialysis chamber, it is have a semi-permeable membrane. So here these semi-permeable membrane, they are calling as a dialysis membrane. Here this is a dialysis is a tubing which has a semi-permeable membrane, usually made up of a cellulose acetate. It is used in a dialysis. Here the dialysis is a process which involves a removal of very small molecules weight solute from the solution along with the equilibrating solution in a new buffer. This can also be used for concentrating a dilute solution. So now you are seeing the diagram. It is a dialysis membrane. The purification, the filtration process is depend upon the law of diffusion. So we'll see here, that is a molecule, it will or fluid is moving from higher concentration level to lower concentration level. So in the diagram you are seeing, that is a membrane, and membrane, that is a membrane path. They are mass flux, they are mentioning as J suffix AX. So we can explain this one with the help of a law of diffusion. So that is a dialysis a phenomenon at which two different fluids, usually liquids, are separating, following on either side of membrane, usually counter current, and the solute of interest in higher concentration transport across the membrane due to the concentration gradient in accordance with the Fick's law. So here the law of diffusion is belongs to Fick's law of diffusion. You are seeing in the diagram. So this one, the diagram, it shows the diffusion across a pieces of membrane, assuming no existence of boundary film adjacent to either side of the membrane. Now you are seeing that equation for a membrane. So that is given here. In this case we are going to learn the membrane diffusion equation. You are going to learn in this case here, where x is called as a coordinate in the diffusion direction, its unit is meter. J suffix AX is a mass flux of solute A in the direction x direction, unit is kilogram per meter square, and D suffix AX is a diffusion coefficient of A in x direction, its unit is meter square per second, and C suffix A, there is a two, one is there, one is C suffix A naught and C suffix AL. So we will see that one. C suffix A is a concentration of A, that is unit is a kilogram per meter cube. So here the equation for membrane, that is K suffix M, they are calling as a membrane permeability. Its unit is meter per second. That only very important phenomena. So this one provides the membrane permeability. So what will see that one? So membrane permeability means what here? So here the what we can say means it is defined d suffix ax divided by L, that is division of coefficient a in x direction divided by length of the membrane. Okay, so here c suffix a naught, it is denoted as, so x is the length of the membrane, it is moving from origin, and c suffix al is called concentration moving from origin to some length, they are calling us. Okay, so here we can say that this membrane permeability, we can say that that one would alternatively mention that rate of diffusion is proportional to the concentration difference either side of the membrane. That is the mathematical equation you are seeing here. And before that, we'll see the functioning. What is this functioning? We'll see it here. So here you are seeing the diagram 1. What is mentioning here? The primary function of kidney is to remove the metabolic waste product. This accumulated by the passing blood through the glomerulus. So under the pressure of about 75 mmHg, the glomerulus contain up to 10 primary branches and 50 secondary loops to the filter load. The glomeruli are containing in the bound capsule, which is in terms is a part of nephron. The nephron is a function of unit of kidney. That is this is the normal human kidney. Same kind of separation of excess molecule done by the dialysis membrane. So here what the dialysis membrane shows do means the main filtration is urea, that is 70 times urea content of normal blood, followed by sodium, chloride, bicarbonate, potassium, glucose, creatinine and uric acid. So these are all mixed in our blood. This has been removed with the help of a dialysis membrane. Here the artificial kidney uses a systematic semi-permeable membrane to perform the filtering action in a way similar to that of the natural kidney. The membrane is a key component of artificial kidney machine. In fact, the first attempt of a filter or a dialysis blood with a machine failed due to the inadequate membrane. So that membrane function is very important in dialysis. In addition to the membrane filter, the kidney dialysis consists of a path of saline fluid into the waste product diffused out from the blood and pumped into the circulated blood from artery and returned filter blood, which is given to the vein. You are seeing in this diagram. Now we will go for this membrane action. So what is the function of membrane action? We are going to learn it now. So what is the function of membrane action? So here it is this figure, it shows us schematic representation of a hemodialysis and hemofiltration. The figure A shows hemodialysis, another figure B shows hemofiltration. That you are seeing here. And here what is a hemofiltration is similar to the hemodialysis, except the fluid is removed from the whole blood. You are seen in the figure 1. Here the solute and water are removed by the convention method. The membrane material are similar to the hemodialysis, but use higher molecule weight up to 50,000, but usually 20,000 gram per molecule have been filtering through the dialysis membrane. These techniques is not popular due to the difficulty of balancing the filtration rate, balancing the electrolyte concentration, and which requires high sensitivity of monitoring the membrane. So there are three basic types of membrane for a kidney dialysis. That is, one is a flat plate type membrane. Here this is it is having a 2 to 4 layers of membrane. So the blood is passes through the space between the membrane layer, while dialysis is passed through the space between the membrane and restraining the bones. Now you are seeing this is the dialyzer. So dialyzer having a tube contained membrane. So here what you are seeing here, and white color it is showing the dialysate with waste, and red color it is indicating that is blood from the patient body enter to the machine and flows past one side of a membrane. Another one, it is moving towards the membrane, is a barrier that keeps blood and dialysate from mixing, but lets waste through that membrane. The dialysate is a special fluid that pulls the waste from the blood. It flows past the other side of the membrane. Another waste, extra fluid and chemicals move through the membrane into the dialysate, which cleans and filter blood goes back to the vein. So this is the simple operation of inside the dialyzer. Now we'll discuss about one by one what is the function of a dialyzer here. So here you are seeing that dialysing bag and concentrated solution are given in the one buffer. Solution is also there. So I'm going to explain this dialysis membrane function with the help of this small block diagram. So you see here the dialysis here, it is called a process which is a small molecules are selectively removed from a sample containing mixture of both small and large molecules. Semi-permeable membrane is used that allows small molecules to pass freely through, holding a large molecule inside. Here the membrane are made up of cellulose derivatives. Here the cellulose means naturally occurring homopolymer of glucose, and another one molecular, having a molecular weight cutoff, that is very important. So here the dialysis membrane, which has been characterized by the nominal molecular weight cutoff. So very important, with the help of that one only there is a osmosis method have been done. So that abbreviation they are calling as a molecular weight cutoff abbreviation, they are calling as NMWCO. The name is called nominal molecular weight cutoff. So in this case NMWCO, it depends primarily on the pore size of the membrane. Very important, pore size is very important. That only it will remove the or it will function as a filtration. These pore size is very important in a membrane. Here the nominal, here they are nominal, and these separates is based not only the size but also the shape and charge of molecules. Here the molecules small enough to pass through the tubing. Example, we can say water, salt and other small molecule can pass through the membrane and tend to move it into the membrane or out of the dialysis bag in a direction of decreasing concentration that have been shown in a diffusion law of diffusion diagram. The larger molecules are often that is called protein, DNA, polysaccharides, that is called large molecules that have a dimension significantly greater than the pore diameter, which are retained inside the dialysis bag. So here the DNA and other protein and all, it have been retained in the blood itself. Only the excess water, salt and the other small molecule have been removed or it is moved out of the dialysis. So here the protein purification is very important here also. So here, in order to remove the protein purification, so how to purify the protein? Here, to remove the salt from the protein solution, the dialysis bag will be filled with the concentrated solution containing protein. The molecules that are small enough to pass through the pores of membrane diffused out of the bag into buffer solution of dialysate. You are seeing in the diagram. The molecules go from an area of high concentration to lower concentration according to the diffusion law. When the level of concentration is equal to the bag and the buffer, there is no more net movement of molecules. Very important, this one. So when the level of concentration is equal between the bag and a buffer, there is no more movement of molecules. So it will remove that one. Okay, the bag is now taken out and inserted into another buffer, causing the concentration to be higher in the bag relatively to the buffer. So this causes more diffusion of molecules. This process is repeated several times to ensure that all or most of unwanted small molecules are removed. Here in general, the dialysis is not a means of separating protein, but it is one of the method to use remove the small molecules such as salt. In this case, at equilibrium, the larger molecules that are unable to pass through the membrane remain inside the dialysis bag, while much of small molecules have diffused out. So now here, very very important, the pre-treatment of dialysis membrane, that is very important to remove undesirable purities such as glycerol, heavy metal, sulfate. So here the membrane generally supplied with a 10% of glycerol, that is added as a humectants to prevent the brittleness of a membrane. So in order to prevent the brittleness of membrane, they are adding the glycerol. So and it can be removed, it can be removed by washing in a running water. So here distilled water are using here for a dialysate solute. So always which is stored the membrane at 4 degrees Celsius in a immersed condition, since the membrane is a celluloid nature, highly affinity for heavy metals, and these heavy metals bond to the tubing during the manufactures. So heavy metal can be removed by boiling tube in 100 millimeter EDTA solution. So to remove the sulfate, the tube is boiled for 10 minutes in 2% sodium bicarbonate. So next, the procedure, how they are removing all the waste. The procedure, here the tubing of a required length is taken here, and both the side, that is inside and outside of the tubing, which is rinsed with the water. One side of the tubing is tied securely with free threads through the open end and filling the tubing with the distilled water and check for leakage. Water is removed. The sample solution is filled with 2/3 using the pipeline or a tunnel. Here the open and also closed securely by tying with the threads. The bag is placed in a buffer solution, that is 50 to 100 folded buffer volume with respect to the sample volume can be used and dialyzed for 3 to 4 hours at a required temperature. A small molecules will be removed from the bag and a buffer can be changed after 3 to 4 hours. Here the factor affecting the rate of dialysis solvent is the rate of dialysis is highest in dialysate water. Most biomolecules like enzymes, proteins and nucleic acid is not stable in the distilled water. So dialysis is done in a buffer of a desired pH and ionic strength in which molecules are stable. The temperature rate of dialysis increases by increasing the temperature of solvent. The temperature, the rate of small molecules, it is depend, and but most of the macromolecules are sensitive to high temperature and hence done at 4 degrees Celsius. Pressure is very important. Another one, here pressure, the pressure rate of dialysis, concentration gradient, that is the driving force in the dialysis concentration gradient. Large concentration gradient between the inside and outside of the bag increases the rate of dialysis. Diffuse, constant, small spherical molecules are dialysate fast than a larger. Fibrous molecules, thickness or and areas, porosity of membrane is they are measuring it. The rate of dialysis is faster in a thin membrane than the thick membrane. Another one, large membrane area affects dialysis than a small membrane area. High porosity increases the dialysis that low porosity, that is about 10. So here there is another mechanism, reverse dialysis. During the dialysis, osmosis causes water molecule to enter dialysis bag. If the high molecule weight component is like Sepadex, that is 3 to 25 and G50 or sucrose is used, then that of the solvent, the water molecules moved out the dialysis bag. This process is known as a reverse dialysis or a reverse osmosis. So thank you. You are listening this class. I hope that you will learn about the dialysis membrane. We'll see next class.